Hello and welcome to your November 2021 TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. It's always such a pleasure and an honor to be here with you and to give you a little bit of insight and guidance into the month ahead. So TarotScopes are something that I do once a month, and I do release it the last Friday of the month is when you can expect your TarotScopes, and the videos remain open to you throughout the entire month and even thereafter. TarotScopes are recorded individually for each sign of the zodiac, and I do set the intention that they be applicable and appropriate for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. So if you know what those are, you're welcome to watch those videos as well to get additional insight and guidance. So TarotScopes, basically what we look at doing is we look at getting a little bit of information around all sorts of areas of your life, just to sort of give you an indication of the energy of what's happening, what you can expect, so that you know if you're planning anything, or if anything, if there's something that you're looking at doing or looking at implementing, when is the right time to be doing that. So we do have a quick little peek in at your emotional self, your financial self, your health and well-being, as well as what to look out for and what to be careful of, or what to look forward to for the month ahead. I do work with a combination of tarot and oracle. So we do the oracle card to give us the kind of overall energy for the month, and then we use tarot to get specifics for each of the different areas that we're looking into. And as I said, these are recorded to just help you navigate whatever's going on in your life. So if you find yourself during the month worrying about something, concerned around something, nervous about something, come back to your TarotScope. Come back to TarotScope and have a look, because there may be something in it that will just help you on making the best decision, the right decision for you at that time. So I have changed my video schedule. I used to do a daily tarot readings every single day to give you guidance. Unfortunately, I've had to stop that for now, purely because it's silly season, which means that my diary is jam-packed full of appointments, and I just don't have the time to record videos each day. So at the moment, I'm giving you a week ahead reading on a Sunday. So Sunday morning, 8 a.m. South African time, 8 a.m., 9 a.m.-ish South African time, you will have a week ahead detailed reading to give you the idea, the energy for the week ahead. And then every Friday, I give you some other interesting content. It's normally a pick a card, unless it's the last Friday of the month, in which case it's TarotScopes. So friends, I am also busy recording at the moment the 2022 year ahead video readings that have been ordered. And OMG, I was completely overwhelmed with how many of you booked with me, so thank you so much for that. So I am starting to record those on the beginning of November, and that's going to keep me very, very busy. So I'm so looking forward to doing that. And yeah, to my YouTube channel members, a huge big thank you to each one of you. I do so value and appreciate your time, your energy, and the fact that you connect with me every single week. And for those of you on the top 2 tiers, every Wednesday we do live readings where you get to ask questions and I get to give you detailed answers, and it is always such fun. So if you are thinking about joining and wanting to connect with me and get readings on a weekly basis, do consider clicking that join button right down there. All right, friends, we're going to start off with your reading, and I do hope that you enjoy. If you do, please do remember to give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get started. All right, Pisces, let's get into your November 2021 TarotScopes, your reading. So as you can see, I have shuffled and laid out all the cards that we're going to be working with, just to speed up the process a little bit and to save you from watching me shuffle cards badly. We're going to start with this card over here, which is going to give you your theme for the month ahead. So what is the overall theme for November 2021 for you? Protection. So that's actually very interesting. I'm just thinking one of the previous zodiacs had security. So there's obviously a kind of, I'm going to call it generalized theme that's coming through. Protection for you here. So we have this tree out in an open field. You can see that it casts a bit of a shadow. There's a storm brewing. We've even got some lightning, but it's almost like the tree is the protection from the lightning. And I mean, I know typically they say to you in a lightning storm, go to standing under a tree is probably the worst thing that you can do, but the tree is offering some kind of protection. Yeah, and this is what you need to understand, is to understand how protected you are, even when there's a storm brewing, even when there's chaos erupting around you or happening around you, recognizing the protection that's available to you. Whether you choose to accept it or not, obviously we will see what comes through, but there's definitely your overall theme for the month is about protection and recognizing, acknowledging, and accepting the protection that is available to you. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see what else comes through for you, Pisces, and to see what this means and what context we need to understand and read the protection. Okay, so we are going to look at these three cards first, and this very first one over here is looking at your emotions for the month of November. So what is the message that Spirit has for you around your emotions in the month of November? What do you need to be aware of? What can you expect? We have Nine of Cups. Okay, Nine of Cups is fabulous. So actually, let me bring it closer. So Nine of Cups, we have this couple over here, and they have all their friends. They have everybody who is important and significant. There is celebration. There is acknowledgement. There is an abundance of fruit, an abundance of alcohol, even. And everybody is coming together to celebrate this couple, to celebrate their achievement, to celebrate their relationship and who and what they are. Nine of Cups is about your wishes coming true card. And on an emotional level, I think this is Spirit saying to you to take stock of what you have. Take stock of who you have. Take stock of your emotional well-being. Where are you at? Where are you feeling? But I am going to say to you, let's celebrate the successes and the victories. And I think you also need to, the fact that we have this protection as the overall theme. So Pisces, what Spirit is saying to you is, when you look at your life, when you look at your emotions, not only today, but let's go towards the past a little bit. Let's look in the history. Let's look previously. And I think this is Spirit saying to you, recognize what you have right now, and let's acknowledge the road that we've taken to get here, the path that we've taken to get here, and let's celebrate and acknowledge our victory and our success, and realize, see, recognize how protected you have been, how even when you have had a storm brewing, even when there has been chaos and disruption in your life, recognize that something or someone has always been there to protect you and to keep you safe, to ensure that you get to this place that you are at. So we're not saying that every single one of you are really happy and content on an emotional level right now, but it's about taking stock of, recognizing and acknowledging where you're at, the road that you've taken to get there, and the protection that you've enjoyed and experienced along the way. And I like to say that this kind of scenario is what I like to call playing the gratitude game, okay? Because when we practice gratitude, when we pay attention to the journey that we've taken and the opportunities and the successes that we've had, basically what you're doing is you're saying to the universe, you're saying to the law of attraction, please can I have some more of that, okay? And when we're focusing on our stresses and our worries and our anxieties, when we're overly stressed and worried, what we're basically doing is we're saying to the universe, can I have some more of that? Law of attraction gives you whatever you're thinking about. So whatever thoughts are occupying your mind, whatever emotions are occupying your heart, is what you get more of. And this is Spirit saying, we acknowledge it's been a long, hard, difficult road. We acknowledge the storms that you've had to endure, the storms that you've had to come through. But you know what? You have come through. Okay, so let's celebrate that. Let's acknowledge that. Let's pay homage to all that we have accomplished and to recognize the protection that's always been there, that there's always been a force, a person, a situation, or a circumstance that has guided you on your journey and kept you safe and kept you protected through it all. And when we can do that, and when we can celebrate and acknowledge that, we're basically allowing and opening ourselves up to receive more of that. Okay, so Pisces, that's exactly November, that's what Spirit wants you to do. Every time something happens, every time there's an emotional situation, just pay attention, okay? Acknowledge, look at it, be grateful for all that you have, and even the journey, the hardships that you've been through, the storms that you've endured, and just recognize that it's always going to be okay. Let's have a look and see. We're moving on to our next one now. And Pisces, this is looking at your finances, your career, and your stuff, your physical, tangible items in life. What do you need to, what's coming through for you in the month of November. And we have a major arcana card, and it is the card of strength. This particular deck is just so fully inclusive. It is just so modern. It is just so natural. It is just so beautiful, which is why I chose to use it. And what we've got here, so we have got a disabled lady sitting in a chair. But you know what? She's not feeling sorry for herself. Yes, she has limits and restrictions. Yes, there are certain things that she can't do, but she's still victorious. She's still successful. She still has overcome everything that she needed to. She has a loyal companion with her who looks just as happy as she is. And it is the card of strength. It's the card of digging deep within yourself to recognize what you actually can achieve, what you're actually capable of achieving, and not letting anything hold you back, stop you, or get in the way. Again, her protection comes from the dog, comes from the wheelchair. Now, I'm looking at the card and I'm noticing the really difficult terrain that she's on. And this is not a 4x4 wheelchair. This wheelchair is not designed for, rocky roads and bumpy roads and things like that. But you know what? She tackles it, she takes it on, and she overcomes because she relies on her inner strength, her tenacity, her courage, her conviction, all of those kind of things. Nothing holds her back. And she goes through life recognizing that, you know what, she's got the choice of either staying at home or actually going out and enjoying the field. She chooses to go out and enjoy the field. So, Pisces, what does this mean around your career and your finances? This is Spirit, again, acknowledging that things haven't always been great, acknowledging that you have experienced some hardship, acknowledging that, sometimes in life things get pretty tense, all right? But this is Spirit, again, almost exactly the same message, acknowledging that you have overcome. I don't want to say resolved because that's not the right word, but you have overcome the challenges that life has thrown at you, the obstacles that life has thrown at you. And right now, you need to be doing that with as much strength, gusto, conviction, courage, stamina as you can. This is not the month to be giving up. This is not the month to be saying, actually, you know what, I can't do this, so I'm just going to stop and I'm going to move on to something else. This is Spirit saying to you, stick with it. It doesn't matter how tough it gets. It doesn't matter how hard it gets. Right now, you need to celebrate the small victories. You need to acknowledge and celebrate the small victories. And most importantly, Pisces, you need to recognize how strong you are, how amazing you are, how wonderful you are, how fantastic you are. I'm going to carry on with all of those positive words because that's just, yeah. The protection card here is Spirit saying to you, it doesn't mean that you can go and stand outside in a thunderstorm or lightning storm and expect to not get struck. It doesn't mean that, but it's saying that there is a level of protection around you. There is a level of understanding and compassion, and you are actually it. You are your own protector. You carry your own protection. You are the one who protects you. Don't rely on anybody else to do it but you. You are the tree. Okay, now I'm changing it. You are the tree. You are that one who has to stand tall, stand strong when you face adversity, when you face strife, when you face struggles. You have to face it. Nobody else is going to do it for you. And the strength card is the card of success, of saying, you know what, when you do, when you think you've hit rock bottom, you haven't. When you actually hit rock bottom, you will know it. And that's when you really have to work hard on picking yourself up and climbing out of your situation. And you are somebody who does that over and over again. And success and happiness, victory, and all of those wonderful things are absolutely for you. So when I looked at the emotional card, I was talking about recognizing the protection that's available. But now when I look at the finance, you are the tree. Okay. And even though you are being struck, you're still standing strong in your resolve and in your conviction. And I do think that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Pisces, we're now going to move on to our third card here, which has got to do with your health and well-being. So what does November have in store for you with regards to health and well-being? Let's have a look. Second major arcana card, and it is the card of the world. So the world card in major arcana is the last of the major arcana cards. In other words, the major arcana cards, there's 22 of them, and this is the last one. And what I love about this particular card is that we have all of these ladies knitting, creating the world. So they are creating this tapestry, they are creating this blanket, they are creating this landscape of a perfect ideal world, and they are filling it with life. Okay, they've each got their ball of yarn. We've got a green one over here, we've got a brown one, and they are working together to create everything. And you know what? Just when they complete one, I'm going to call it one piece of land, they don't think, all right, that's it, we're done now. They move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. And they take each one on with the same, again, courage, strength, and conviction as they did their very first one. The world card is about celebrating all that you have accomplished and all that you've done, but also recognizing that when you complete, it's about time to start again. And we keep doing the same cycle over and over and over again. How do we relate this to protection and to your health and well-being? So Pisces, this is Spirit saying to you that it is constant work. Okay, you cannot just every now and again say, okay, I'm gonna focus on my physical body, and I'm gonna focus on my health, and I'm gonna do something to make it better. And then for 11 months of the year you don't do anything, and then for 1 month you're like, okay, now I'm gonna do it. This is about recognizing that you have to be working at it constantly. And this is also saying that you don't have to do things on your own. You don't have to feel like that you have to do it all. It's about recognizing that if you work with a group, with a team, if you collaborate, if you do something with like-minded beings, that in itself brings the protection. That in itself brings the success and also the motivation. You know, like for example, if you're somebody who doesn't really enjoy exercising and you sign up to the gym and it's only you that goes, then it's very easy to come up with an excuse as to why you're not going to do it today. But if you've signed up with a team, if you've signed up with a couple of friends, if you back out, you know you're letting your friends down. So therefore, you're not going to back out because you don't want to let your friends down. And there is the protection. Okay. So this is Spirit saying to you, it's time to take your health and well-being a little bit more seriously. It's time to recognize that you need to be working on it constantly. And if you do it on your own, you're probably going to let yourself down. But if you partner, team up, and collaborate with other people, you're gonna the chances of following through, the chances of succeeding, the chances of of doing it on a daily basis increase quite dramatically. And that is maybe the protection that you need to ensure that you take your health more seriously. Okay, so Pisces, ring up a friend, call on somebody, and say, let's do this together. So I'm not specifically only saying gym, but it's about accountability. Okay. And if you ensure that you have sufficient accountability with regards to your health and well-being, that is the protection that you need to ensure that you stick it through or see it to the end. Okay. Accountability on health and well-being. All right. Pisces, we have got 2 cards left at the bottom here. These 2 come from a completely different tarot deck, which means that these 3 cards get the opportunity to show themselves again if they so wish. The questions we're asking here is, what does Spirit need you to embrace during the month of November? And what does Spirit want you to be careful of or mindful of during the month of November? So let's have a look. What do you need to embrace? We have got Queen of Wands energy. So Queen of Wands energy, she's always got her little black cat with her, but she's very much focused on the doing. She's very much focused on inspiration and ideas and creativity and, you know, inspiring people to achieve more. So she does that from her space. And I think this is Spirit telling you that you've got to recognize everything that we've just covered, everything that we've spoken of today. You are clearly somebody who operates better with others than on your own, okay? And you've got to recognize that by, let's go back to this one. When you partner up with, or when you connect with, or when you team up with other people in order to take care of your health, by you being the motivator and inspiring other people, because that's what the Queen of Wands is all about, you will actually be inadvertently helping yourself. So the way to protect your output, the way to protect your activities and your actions and your achievements is by being the inspiration for other people. So when you stand tall, when you are that tree and you stand tall and you don't run away or hide or whatever when there's a bit of a storm brewing. By doing that, you are being a leader and you are encouraging and guiding and allowing other people to follow in your footsteps. So, Queen of Wands is basically saying to you what to embrace this month is to recognize that people follow in your footsteps. People need you to be the leader, to be the forerunner, to be the initiator. And if you can do that, suddenly the pressure or the roles are reversed, and suddenly it will help you to be more successful, to achieve more in your life, and to be your own protector. I think that's awesome. I like that. I really do like that. Okay, now let's have a look at what you need to be careful of, mindful of during the month of November. So, what is Spirit saying you should be a little bit careful of? And we have got the Two of Cups. So, all right, so this is almost like Spirit telling me that I didn't quite give you all the information, because this card, based on what I've just said, it almost is like saying to me, come on, Renee, give Pisces a little bit more information in that they mustn't rely only on other people. And the reason why I say that, Two of Cups is the card of partnership. It's the card of union. It's the card of joining two individuals coming together and connecting. So I'm saying to you here that you need to be the leader, you need to be the inspirer, you need to be the one who shows other people how things are done. And by doing that, we create accountability. And by creating accountability, you're ensuring that you carry through what you need to. But Spirit is saying, you, Pisces energy, for the month of November, don't rely on other people. You need to be your own victor. You need to rely on your own strength, your own conviction, your own stamina, your own everything. But you can connect with other people and do it, but don't rely on other people. So if other people pull out, back out, turn around and say, nah, they don't want to do it, they don't want to participate, you still do it, because that's maybe the courage that they need in order to carry on and to pick up with it again. Okay, so Pisces, it looks like November's going to be an interesting one for you. It looks like you are going to find your own courage, your strength, your own stamina, your conviction, and your own path. I'm going to say you're going to be walking your own path, and you're going to be acknowledging all that you've accomplished and all that you've done and all that you have achieved for yourself. Okay, it's about recognizing the role that you play in your own life and in other people's lives, and recognizing that protection is always given, shown, or accepted in a different form, in a different way, in a different experience. All right, I hope that makes sense. I so look forward to seeing how the month of November plays out for you, and I look forward to hearing from you. And as always, Pisces, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.